Imagine that you wake up one day in the Galilee and Yeshua says to you and the other disciples, "Come on guys, we're going on a field trip." Hi, I'm Ron Cantor from Tiferet Yeshua Congregation right here in Tel Aviv. Stick around till the end and I'll send you a free ebook. In Matthew 16, we see Yeshua and his disciples heading north from Capernaum, his headquarters, to the Golan Heights. Now by car it only takes an hour, but by foot it's a good 12-hour hike. So why would Yeshua take his disciples on such a journey, and to where were they going? Would you believe me if I told you? To the gates of hell? Matthew tells us that they visited Caesarea Philippi, not to be confused with the port city of Caesarea on the Mediterranean coast. Caesarea Philippi was an utterly pagan city. It was there that they worshipped Pan, the half-goat, half-man god of Greek mythology. He's often associated with every kind of perversion you can imagine. Caesarea Philippi was so steeped in immorality that the rabbis reviled it and taught that no good Jew would ever go there. And yet Yeshua, the greatest Jew of all, takes his Jewish disciples there on a field trip. But why? Now, when you come with us on our tours to Israel, we like to stop here as well. It's quite an impressive sight, and there are a few things that you'll notice. This city can be found at the foot of Mount Hermon. There's a colossal rock wall referred to as the Rock of the Gods, as there are many pagan shrines built right into the rock. However, in the center of this massive rock is a huge cave called the Cave of the Gods. And inside the cave is a very deep pool and a powerful stream of water. This cave was called the Gates of Hell. And these pagans were convinced that this was the passageway for the gods between earth and the underworld. When Yeshua came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." "But what about you?" he asked. "Who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Yeshua replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter," which in Greek is rock, "and on this rock I will build my congregation, and the gates of hell will not overcome it." So Yeshua, standing before this massive rock that was thought by many to be the source of immense spiritual power, says to Peter, who would lead the body of believers in its early days, "In me, you are far more powerful than this rock." He is saying that the powers of Satan and pagan worship are not worthy to be compared to the gospel message in the mouths of his apostles and prophets, whom Paul calls the foundation of the New Testament congregation. But then he says, the gates of hell will not prevail against the Messianic community. Now, gates typically don't go on the offensive. A gate is stationary, it doesn't attack. Of course, in this context, he is referring to the Cave of the Gods, which was only a few meters away from where they were standing. He was saying all the powers of hell could not overcome the body of believers. Yeshua was not just another Greek god or mythical figure. As Peter said, he was the Messiah, the Son of the living God, and the gates of hell will not prevail over his congregation. Now, if you'd like to visit these places like Caesarea Philippi in person, make sure to go to livingstonesisrael.com and sign up for our next tour this coming April. I hope this video has been a blessing to you. To get my free ebook, The 15 Most Important Facts About the Israeli-Palestinian Conflict, just go to roncan.net/15facts. Make sure that the F is capitalized. This video has been brought to you by our congregation, Tiferet Yeshua. For more information, please go to reachtelaviv.org. And while you're there, consider making a donation so we can continue to share the good news of Yeshua the Messiah right here in Israel and bring you more of these weekly teachings. Now, don't forget to subscribe. Shalom from Tel Aviv.